Fueled by your suggestions from part 1 and part 2, here is what your favorite metal band says about you, part 3. Immortal, your mental state unfortunately does not share a name with your favorite band. Avatar.
Mom, can I listen to Tool now? No, little Jimmy. We already talked about this. We have Tool at home.
Satyricon.
I am so evil, true cult and part of the Norwegian black metal scene.
Outcries the Satyricon fan, purchasing their records published on EMI, Sony, Roadrunner, Century Media, and Napalm Records. Vilsharta. Congratulations! You get a break from having to defend gent from being a real genre, because you're going to spend all of your time trying to teach people how to say this band's fucking name. Obituary. Riffs somehow tuned down even lower than your will to live. Tier, the literal only piece of culture you will ever give a singular iota shit about from the Faroe Islands, and I guarantee you probably didn't even know that that was a country before you discovered this band. Papa Roach, you know that it's not a phase mom phase that everyone goes through? Well, you never rose above that. In fact, you doubled down and pretty much stayed because the angst and edge never left your middle school years. Strapping young lad. Introducing Devin Townsend, the Mr. Clean poster child for the concept of if you say enough complicated big words and hold a really cool looking guitar, you will automatically be considered too talented to talk shit about. Falling in Reverse. So dude, what genre is your favorite metal band? Yes, Hellhammer. While all these sweaty cult folk around you are arguing over whether or not Bathory or Venom were first, you're kicking back in your chair and enjoying what you think is the best first wave black metal. Rings of Saturn. So tell me, how old were you when you were diagnosed with ADHD again? Panopticon! The black gaze normies were taking over the 2010s American black metal scene, but you really didn't seem to care because you were far too busy trekking through the Appalachian Mountains on an odyssey to meet God himself to the backdrops of Roads to the North. Vector! Between you and I, this is the band that thrash heads listen to seem quirky and different. Eminence! From the perspiration on your underpits, the piss dripping down your leg, and the way that you have your tongue out like a panting dog, I am going to assume you have never heard of a fucking violin in your entire life. Starset! You're barely listening to a band. You're listening to the backing track to the latest action blockbuster coming out this summer that no one is going to remember in a year, or a fucking Toyota commercial alternatively. Demon Hunter, the logical Pokemon evolution of the average Skillet fan. Kamelot. You know, I am such a big fan of Blind Guardian. Oh fuck, wrong band. I meant to say Stradivarius. I'm sorry, my fucking notes, dude. So Hammerfall's music is, okay, let me flip through this. Come on, it has to be here. Okay, there we go. So the thing I like about Halloween, Beartooth. Who knew that if you slap some extra angst onto Caleb Shomo and added in tear-stained diary lyrics, people would somehow forget about Attack Attack? Volbeat, the absolute closest thing to a country band you will ever touch with a 100-foot pole. Humanity's Last Breath. Don't know how to break this to you, dude, but cool album covers unfortunately do not cover up sounding like every down-tempo deathcore band Unique Leader Records have shat out for the past decade. Rob Zombie. You've tried to get into the dark web one too many times, but that will not distract from the fact that your search history and its routine visits to livegore.com and God knows what else aren't doing you any favors as is. Flesh God Apocalypse. Alright guys, I'm just spitballing here at this boardroom meeting. We're going to string together the most basic sounding melodic death metal and hide its basicness by drizzling in some stock sounding orchestral bits, but we need something to help us stand out even more. Any ideas? I got it! Yes, you guy in the back. Make all of your albums a fucking hour long! Despised Icon. I cannot physically imagine how shitty it must feel for your calling card that made your band unique to be blast beats in deathcore. The 2010s must have been a fucking rough time for you all. In this moment, you are so fucking used to the look of sheer disappointment hiding behind your friends' eyes when you show them your favorite band because they took one look at them and think they look like they're about to be the most evil, heaviest, most unique band on the planet, followed directly by the oh yeah look and slow nod. Devourment. Back in my day, slam was heavy, it was brutal, it was buff, and it was gruff, and then all of the damn scene kids came around with snapbacks and monster cans and somehow still sell more records than we do. Abominable Putridity. Most likely the most overhyped slam metal band to ever fucking exist, who made one critically acclaimed album and somehow managed to make an entire legacy off the back of copying Devourment environment from top to bottom and making it sound like it was recorded out of a tin can. Within Destruction, introducing Abominable Putridity if they were an actually good band. Obliviscaris. You know, you really would think that a band that literally translates directly to Forget Not would somehow be capable of releasing a memorable album that lives past the buzz it gets on the month it releases and is covered by Anthony Fantano and Banger TV. Wage War. Guys, we're just not selling enough records. Oh god, I don't know what to do. Our sales are down. Actually, I know what we're gonna do. Let's make an Architects album. Ulcerate. Technical death metal, avant-garde metal, experimental metal. You know, let's just go down the list and slap on every genre term we don't have an actual definition of and call it a day. I'm sure somewhere in the middle we'll get Ulcerate right. King 810. This breed of nu metal was not cool when it was popular, and I fucking promise it does not become any cooler when it's mixed with this breed of metalcore. Seven Dust. The favorite metal band of the metalhead who invites the seventh cousin who happens to be mixed to the family get-together to prove that they're not racist. Dying Fetus. You downright dread Googling your favorite band's name, and you absolutely sweat bullets at the thought of being put one number up on the FBI watch list for the third time this month. Black Veil Brides. No. August Burns Red. Level with me here. When you're listening to an ABR song, you have an absolute crisis, because you never know if you want to go find a nearby core kid to crowd kill violently or alternatively sob your eyes out in a dimly lit room. Shadow of Intent. You are a cultured, sophisticated specimen that is only attracted to the finest of traditional music, Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, and the sounds of Cthulhu's mouth opening and swallowing an entire city. Twisted Sister, the favorite band of the person that owns at least one Twisted Sister shirt that they don't remember buying in their closet because they bought it at a weed store but they cannot name 5 songs from. Under Oath, the only Christian metal band that atheists and agnostics will make an exception for. Tallah. Buddy, I don't know who needs to tell you this, but you are not nearly as funny as you think you are. You're the grown-up versions of the 2000s RAR XD kids, and you're likely tired of trying to explain what the fuck Tallah are to any metalhead beyond the age of 25. Flyleaf. I don't know what is giving me this gut feeling, but I guarantee you that every single Flyleaf fan has a minimum of 3 tattoos they were peer pressured into getting that they massively regret in the most inconvenient of places. Coal Chamber. No amount of copium drinking will make their self-titled album cover anything short of a bottom 10 worst album cover of all time. Harakiri for the Sky. You believe you are grazing the open fields of Europe, hunting game and starting fires with 2 rocks smashing together and rubbing, but in reality, you are rocking back and forth in your IKEA chair that you could barely put together without the help of your mom, wearing out a worn out gray hoodie and sipping your Arizona iced tea. Bro job. If you were ever discovered listening to this by your homies, you would much rather switch tabs to a literal cartel beheading video than explain a single line of Bro Job's lyrics to them. Sanguisuga Bog. The salvation for the OSDM revivalist scene that you hate. It's just a bonus point that they have a really fucking sick name. Brand of Sacrifice. You couldn't just be the zany sci-fi deathcore fan everyone loves to hate, could you? You just had to be a weeb too. The Contortionist. You gotta trust me on this one. I guarantee you that you could take a drug cocktail of every psychedelic drug found in the inner reaches of the Amazon rainforest, and it would somehow still not give the same level of euphoric and disjointed feelings that the average Contortionist fan has when they listen to a Contortionist song. Gore Guts. You refuse to believe your favorite band is capable of making a bad album, and have quite the ego because you are absolutely correct and you know it. Holding Absence. You are either in a perfectly healthy relationship or no relationship at all, and yet every single song they release makes you feel like you just got cheated on, lied to, left homeless, beaten, and forced to fend for yourself on the streets. Thy Art is Murder. There is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that will get you more beast mode in the gym than when CJ hits a double-decker bus guttural low. You may never be able to replicate what you just bench pressed, but I promise you looked fucking sick doing it. At the Gates. While everyone under the sun is arguing about Amon Amarth and Flames and Dark Tranquility, you're kicking back in your chair knowing good and damn well that your band is the best melodic death metal band to come out of Sweden. Worm Shepherd. What, was Lorna Shore too basic for you? Parkway Drive. Trivium's riffs are better. Bullet for My Valentine's vocals are better. Just live with it. I'm just kidding. I'm not done with you yet though, because a lot of you motherfuckers requested this, so let me have my fun. It's pretty phenomenal that your favorite band can go from making the most digestible, basic metalcore music on the market, get sick of that, and instead of evolving, they start deciding to make the most digestible, basic heavy metal music on the market. Congratulations! Hellstorm. You dropped a small fortune to get front row tickets to the local Hellstorm concert, and the second you get home, ears still busted, legs still throbbing, there's yet another local Hellstorm concert happening the following day, to which you will deeply exhale and still probably buy fucking tickets. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give some suggestions down below of bands that you'd like to see included in the future, because this video was almost entirely made up of suggestions that you guys gave me during part 1 and part 2. The links will be down in the comment section below in a pinned comment for you guys to check out part 1, 2, as well as the genre video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, it does help out a lot, and comment down below your favorite in this list. Subscribe to join the review family today and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is, my name is Jay Morris, and I'm signing off saying farewell.